perfect timing. How the heck did my brother manage to climb that tree?
Yeah, I'm like 200 pounds of fat egg.
You're not fat, but dang.
Yeah.
I tried climbing it, but it's too hard. It's like, how do you get a proper footing? And then you like feels like you're gonna fall in the rocks over there.
My Chinese zodiac says I'm a goat.
Oh my god.
And mountain goats like to climb stuff. So there you go.
You're obsessed with the Chinese zodiac.
You're a dog. You can't do it.
Well, yeah, I'm Paco. Paco can't climb up there. He wants to. He's like, why can't you make me go up there? Oh, that would be a good picture. You holding Paco. No, you can't. Never mind.
Another dog?
What on earth is that? Watch something come up and scare me. Look at that. There's like a hole. What could that possibly be? Do you know what that looks like? Interesting. Just dropped your guys' letters off. This is where I dropped your letters off. No one here at the parking lot. I'm all alone. What a beautiful day. I usually just wear this until I get in the car. It's just a habit. Even if no one's there, it's like, what if someone sneezes and the particles are there? One of my family recently got sick. I ain't trying to get sick, okay? I wanted to discuss something with you guys. Like, lately I've been channeling. I don't know what it is. I never called myself like a medium. A psychic, I was hesitant to call myself for a very long time. I finally admitted to it. Mostly out of fear. Just like the reason we do things is like, or we don't do things really, is out of fear. And it took me a while to conclude that. It was out of fear of judgment, like, oh, you're lying, you know, people wouldn't believe me. But lately, within the past 2 months especially, I've been channeling. Like, when I do my tarot card readings, ancestors come through. And they've been coming through more and more and more the more I do these bookings. And I feel like even the fact that I got a ton of bookings these last few months, more and more and more, is like maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. Like, there's something here. And I always admired, like, what was her name? Teresa Caputo. You know, I never understood the whole big hair, nails thing. But, you know, that's her style. But I more paid attention to her gift and the emotion behind it. And I was always like, oh, I wish I could be like her. And, like, even growing up, like, watching That's So Raven on Disney Channel, I was like, I always wish I could be like Raven Simone and the psychic, you know, that could see. And as corny as it was, and then it happened, and it's like, oh, be careful what you wish for, because when I first started getting the ability more and more and more, it came to me like that, like a download. It just came to me, and it freaked me out. I was locking myself in my home out of anxiety, out of fear. This really started more when I was, I always had like these feelings in deja vu, and the universe was always hinting me in dreams. But, and I'm getting goosebumps right now, actually. Oh my gosh, like my whole body just got cold just speaking about it. But I started formulating it, solidifying my psychic abilities around 22 years old. At 21, then 22, started like really solidifying. And then I was certain by like 23, 24, which was not that long ago. But now the fact that, I don't want to say too soon, because even I made it in a vlog like back then. I was like, I don't want to say too soon, but I think I'm psychic. I'm getting the same impression now. Things are changing. I don't want to say too soon, but I think I'm a medium as well. Psychic and medium. Because I've been And maybe that's a part of being psychic. I really don't know. But, I'm not the one to talk about things like this because it's a sensitive subject. It makes me very honored that I can do something like this, that I can channel. And I wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't accurate, to some degree. In no way am I going to pick up everything. Absolutely not. I'm just beginning. I'm just a baby. This is just even my psychic ability. I'm always learning. People are always telling me what is right, which most of the things I look into are right, but there's always something wrong, of course, absolutely. And that's with any psychic, any tarot reader. There's always going to be things that you missed the mark and you maybe didn't pick up on, or you picked up on it, but it was a different interpretation, right? So, I really that's why I want to pick up more books. I just want to get through these finance books. They're so good. Oh my God, I'm learning priceless information. Wow, wow, stuff that I never knew. I thought I knew everything. I'm like, nope. The fact that I thought I knew everything means I haven't read enough books. Okay, so you'll never know. It's never ending. It's a never ending journey. Do you know how many books are published every year? I think 2 million books are published every year. It's 5 million, I think. It's a crazy number. Even if you read all the published books this year, which is impossible, it would take 1,000 humans to do, and even more. Even if you did that, you still have all the books that were previously published in the last 100, 200 years to go through as well. There's infinite source of knowledge and wisdom beyond our comprehension, like the stars in the night sky. So it's never enough, we're always feeding, and that's why it's important to read books. I kind of feel sad when someone says they don't read, because I get it. I've been there before. I used to say oh my God, after the 4th grade, I was I give up. I'm not reading books again, only if I have to for class. And honestly, I would just do Spark Notes. I wouldn't even read the whole thing. But there were a couple books I would read all the way through, but they were more for entertainment. But it's crucial to read. It really truly is, and I didn't realize until now, it's your money maker, it's your source, what are you going to talk about? Even on YouTube, I was sitting here what am I going to talk about on YouTube if I don't constantly acquire knowledge? I'm boring, without knowledge, if you don't have something enticing to hear, ear candy, you're not going to get much out of it, so, and if you really don't read books, I want to at least be the source of that for you. So you listening at home, at least if you're not a visual learner, you don't like to read, fine. You can hear me speak what I've learned, and in my own interpretation, and you interpret it as you will. But yeah, the medium thing is very fascinating to me because I always wanted that. I always felt like universe was hinting me here's what you're going to be, but I'm not going to show you how to get there. You have to figure that out through years of hard work, and I was doing things that had nothing to do with it, abstract, nothing to do with psychic, tarot, nothing. And I think it's getting me somewhere, and I think that's why my tarot is definitely the most booked service to this day, because I'm getting somewhere here. I think I'm finally getting it. I'm still so very young, but I'm still finally getting it and picking something up. We're not going to really figure our stuff out until maybe after our 40s, but pieces are coming together, and nothing about my life makes sense, but it's starting to make sense, I've gotten most of the ego out the way, who thinks they know it already, who thinks they know it all. I realized I didn't, and this was huge part of my early 20s and my journey of figuring things out. And it's just a matter of finding yourself, and when you see the changes, how others are reacting to you, I think that's when the magic starts to happen. And they're really coming through. I love connecting to ancestors. I feel like they're the least aggressive. Sometimes it gets dark, if I'm honest with you. There have been a couple dark sources or entities I have picked up, and maybe have felt like it came in my home all of a sudden, and the lights were flickering, and I didn't realize it until I was like someone left a comment that they're messing with me, and I didn't realize it until they said that comment, and I was like, oh, this is getting real now. Like, what I was doing was cute and all, it was like cotton candy, but now it's getting serious. When I start channeling ancestors, especially ones that are old and passed on for many years, yeah, so you know, I just trust spirit. Take the wheel, Jesus, and I will go with it. I'm not afraid, and I'm surprised how unafraid and how I just went with it, you know. And the more confidence I had and just did it, the more I'm channeling them. And I don't get readings asking me to channel ancestors. I probably only had one, if I'm honest with you, that asked me. All my readings are like, what am I gonna accomplish in the next month? What's gonna see? What's gonna happen to me in the next year? You know, common questions. The ancestor comes through and guides them for me. It's like they take the wheel and allow me to channel message. And it's been so frequent lately that I'm like, in a joking way, I want to say it's scaring me. I don't want to scare them off by like saying like, oh, okay, you can't be a good source. Bye. You know, no. I appreciate that I'm the vessel for this, along with many others on this earth who don't even realize their gift. Of course, it would give some people anxiety. Like, I think Teresa Caputo actually said many years ago, first time I watched her show, like probably a decade ago, she said that when she was 20, I think it was like 24, 26 years old, she dropped out of college and she was having so much anxiety, she couldn't even go to school. And I related to that so much, but I didn't get it at first, right? It didn't make sense. I couldn't connect the pieces. And anxiety is fear. Like, she had fear, okay? And most people would be afraid. I think I would be afraid if it was like my first time doing tarot. Now that I've been doing it for like, I mean, so long. I mean, it's like, what, 12 years now? Most of it not paid, obviously. It's just like working on my own, doing it. But now that it's been so long, I'm not afraid, because I know what to expect. I think I needed to mature enough to develop a sense of maturity and development in my ability and my reading in order to accept it. You know, I really just, in that moment, I didn't even question it. I was like, yes, in the name of Jesus, I accept it. And it's funny, it just started happening now when I'm talking to God. Like, what more of a coincidence is that? I think not. Girl, my sprinklers are running. They're the first time they ran in months. My grass is getting dry because the winter season was cold and it was not necessary. Alright guys, I'm home now. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that chat. If you want to know more about it, let me know. Bye.